Did you know that some dog breeds can cost up to 5 times more in veterinary expenses over their lifetime? And we're not just talking about amounts, but frequency of consultations, exams, and even surgeries that may be necessary. Today, we're going to reveal the 7 breeds that require the most veterinary medical monitoring and why this happens. Genetics, size, and specific physical characteristics make some breeds naturally more prone to developing certain diseases and health conditions. Knowing these predispositions is fundamental for those who already have a pet of these breeds or are thinking about adopting one. We'll present not only which breeds these are, but also explain the main health problems, important curiosities, and essential tips to better care for your companion. Before we begin, please leave your name and the city you're watching our content from in the comments. We love knowing where our viewers are following us from. Breed number 1, English Bulldog. The English Bulldog wins hearts with its unique appearance and gentle temperament, but this breed tops our list for very specific reasons related to its anatomy. The extremely flattened snout, technically known as brachycephaly, is the main cause of the most frequent health problems in this breed. This facial conformation causes what we call brachycephalic syndrome, which includes narrowing of the nostrils, elongation of the soft palate, and narrowing of the trachea. In practice, this means that these dogs have much more difficulty breathing normally. You'll notice that an English Bulldog makes more noise when breathing, snores loudly, and may have frequent choking episodes. Hot days are particularly dangerous for this breed. While other dogs can cool themselves by panting efficiently, Bulldogs have this ability very limited due to respiratory problems. In high temperatures, they can rapidly develop overheating that can be fatal. Therefore, intense exercise should also be avoided. Many English Bulldogs need corrective surgeries throughout their lives to improve breathing. Procedures such as nostril widening or correction of the elongated palate are relatively common in this breed. Additionally, the famous skin folds, especially around the face, create a humid and warm environment that favors the growth of bacteria and fungi, leading to recurrent skin infections that require constant treatment and careful daily cleaning. Breed number 2, Pug. The Pug shares with the English Bulldog the problem of the flattened snout, but presents some particularities that place it second on our list. Like Bulldogs, Pugs suffer from brachycephalic syndrome, manifesting sleep apnea, intense snoring, and respiratory difficulties that can worsen with age. A striking characteristic of Pugs are their large and prominent eyes, which, although give them an adorable expression, make them extremely vulnerable to ophthalmological problems. Corneal ulcers are frequent because the eyes are more exposed to trauma, dust, and other irritants. Additionally, this breed has a predisposition to develop keratoconjunctivitis sicca, a condition where there isn't sufficient tear production to keep the eyes adequately lubricated. The facial folds of Pugs, mainly around the nose and forehead, require daily attention. These areas can accumulate dirt, moisture, and food remains, creating ideal conditions for dermatitis. Inadequate cleaning can lead to bacterial infections that cause bad odor, intense itching, and significant discomfort for the animal. Living in hot climates represents a real risk for Pugs. Their limited thermoregulation capacity, combined with the tendency toward overweight common in the breed, can result in hyperthermia episodes that require emergency veterinary care. Therefore, Pug owners need to be especially careful with walk schedules and always ensure well-ventilated and cool environments. Breed number 3, German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is one of the most popular breeds in the world, known for its intelligence and loyalty. But unfortunately, it's also famous among veterinarians for the orthopedic problems it frequently develops. Hip dysplasia is one of the most common conditions in this breed, affecting the hip joint and causing pain, limping, and movement limitation. Elbow dysplasia is another frequent orthopedic problem in German Shepherds, especially in large males. This condition affects the elbow joint and can cause early arthritis, chronic pain, and the need for long treatments that include pain medication, physiotherapy, and, in severe cases, surgery. One of the most serious problems that can affect this breed is degenerative myelopathy, a progressive disease of the spinal cord that causes weakness in the hind legs and can progress to paralysis. Although it has no cure, early diagnosis and adequate management can prolong the animal's quality of life. There's even a genetic test to identify dogs carrying this condition. Orthopedic monitoring throughout life is fundamental for German Shepherds. Regular exams, preventive x-rays, and gait evaluation can identify problems early. Maintaining ideal weight is crucial, as each extra pound represents additional pressure on joints already predisposed to problems. Balanced exercises that strengthen muscles without overloading joints, such as swimming and walks on flat terrain, are highly recommended. Breed number 4, Cocker Spaniel. The Cocker Spaniel, with its long and silky ears, is a charming dog. But those same ears that give elegance to the breed are also the source of its main health problems. The ear conformation, which are long, heavy, and hang down, completely covering the ear canal, creates a warm, humid environment with little air circulation. This microenvironment is perfect for the growth of bacteria, fungi, and mites, making ear infections an almost inevitable occurrence in a Cocker Spaniel's life. Many owners report that their dogs have recurrent ear infections, sometimes monthly, that require professional cleaning, topical and systemic medications, and constant veterinary monitoring. Skin problems are also common in this breed, especially allergic dermatitis that can manifest as intense itching, redness, and inflammation. The Cocker's dense coat can mask initial skin problems, making regular inspections and preventive care with medicated baths and specific products important. In the ophthalmological area, Cocker Spaniels have significant predisposition to cataract development, often at an earlier age than other breeds. Cataracts can progress rapidly and cause blindness if not treated adequately. Additionally, they can develop glaucoma and retinal problems that require specialized ophthalmological monitoring. Frequent hygiene is essential for this breed. Weekly ear cleaning, regular coat brushing, and constant inspections can prevent many problems. Maintenance veterinary visits every 3 or 4 months are recommended, even when the dog appears healthy. Breed number 5, Dachshund. The Dachshund, affectionately known as sausage dog, has a unique anatomy that predisposes it to specific spine problems. Its long spine and short legs create a configuration that places excessive pressure on the intervertebral discs, making them vulnerable to hernias and other spinal problems. Intervertebral disc disease is so common in Dachshunds that it affects approximately 1 in every 4 dogs of this breed throughout their lives. When a disc herniates, it can compress the spinal cord, causing intense pain, difficulty walking, and, in severe cases, paralysis of the hind legs. Treatment can vary from absolute rest and medication to complex spine surgeries. Apparently harmless activities like climbing stairs, jumping from sofas, or even very vigorous play can trigger spine problems in a Dachshund. Therefore, many veterinarians recommend that these dogs use ramps to access furniture and avoid activities that involve jumping or sudden spine movements. Weight control is absolutely critical for this breed. Each extra gram represents additional pressure on an already vulnerable spine. Dachshunds have a tendency toward weight gain, especially if they don't receive adequate exercise or if they're overfed. Obesity can significantly accelerate the development of spinal problems. Regular veterinary monitoring is essential to detect early signs of spine problems. Periodic neurological exams, gait evaluation, and, when necessary, imaging exams can identify problems before they become serious. Physiotherapy and specific exercises to strengthen the musculature that supports the spine can also be an important part of preventive care. Breed number 6, Saint Bernard. The majestic Saint Bernard closes our list as one of the breeds that most demand veterinary care, mainly due to its impressive size and weight that can exceed 176 pounds. This giant size, although imposing, brings with it a series of health challenges that require constant attention. Hip and elbow dysplasia are practically inevitable in this breed due to the high body weight and rapid growth during the first years of life. The joints simply cannot develop perfectly to support so much weight, resulting in early arthritis, chronic pain, and mobility limitations that can appear as early as 5 or 6 years of age. Heart problems are another significant concern in Saint Bernards. Dilated cardiomyopathy, a condition where the heart becomes enlarged and less efficient, is relatively common in the breed. This condition can lead to heart failure and requires regular cardiological monitoring, specific medication, and adjustments in the animal's lifestyle. In the ophthalmological area, Saint Bernards can develop entropion and ectropion, conditions where the eyelids turn inward or outward respectively, causing chronic eye irritation. Additionally, they are predisposed to cataract development and other eye problems that can significantly affect their quality of life. Unfortunately, the life expectancy of St. Bernards is shorter than most breeds, generally between 8 and 10 years. This means that health problems tend to appear earlier and progress more rapidly, requiring constant veterinary monitoring and owners prepared both financially and emotionally to deal with intensive care. Having a St. Bernard means assuming a commitment to frequent medical care and high veterinary costs. Breed number 7, Shar-Pei. The Shar-Pei is instantly recognizable by its characteristic wrinkles that cover the entire body, especially on the head and neck. Although these folds are the breed's distinctive charm, they are also the main cause of the health problems that make this breed one of the most frequent visitors to veterinary offices. The wrinkles create multiple areas where moisture can accumulate, especially after baths, rain, or simply from natural perspiration. Without adequate care, these areas become sources of bacterial and fungal dermatitis. Pyoderma, a deep bacterial skin infection, is particularly common in Shar-Peis and can be recurrent throughout the animal's life. Eye problems are another critical point in this breed. Entropion, a condition where the eyelids turn inward, causing the eyelashes to constantly irritate the cornea, is extremely frequent. This condition causes intense pain, excessive tearing, and can lead to corneal ulcers if not surgically corrected. Many Shar-Peis need corrective surgery while still young. A particularity of this breed is the sensitive immune system and predisposition to autoimmune diseases. Shar-Pei familial fever is a hereditary condition that causes recurrent episodes of fever and swelling, mainly in the joints. Although not fatal, it requires careful management and specific medication. Care for a Shar-Pei includes daily cleaning of the folds with specific products, complete drying after baths, and regular inspections to identify early signs of problems. Frequent veterinary consultations and constant skin treatments are part of the routine for those who choose this unique breed. It's important to remember that each of these breeds has its own beauty and wonderful characteristics that win over families around the world. The health challenges we've presented shouldn't completely discourage choosing one of these breeds, but rather adequately inform about what to expect. Information is the most powerful tool for those considering adopting or buying a dog of any of these breeds. Knowing the predispositions allows you to prepare financially for veterinary care, find specialized professionals, and mainly learn to identify early signs of problems. More than choosing a beautiful or popular breed, choosing a dog is assuming a commitment of care and love for its entire life. Each veterinary visit, each medication administered, each special care is an investment in the well-being and quality of life of your four-legged companion. And if this video was useful to you, don't forget to leave your like so we can reach more people with this important information. In the comments, tell us if you have any of these breeds and how your experience with veterinary care has been. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now to receive more content about health and well-being of our pets. Until the next video.